Burglary is much more than a loss of possessions. It's a complete invasion of someone's life by an uninvited and often malicious stranger, and the consequences and psychological upset can be severe and long-lasting. People who have been burgled never forget. Most burglaries in Richmond are carried out by thieves with little forethought or planning, and they often operate in small groups of 2 or 3 to help avoid detection and to speed up the burglary. They decide they need money that day, and so they simply look for a house that appears empty of occupants and is easy for them to break into. Burglars want to avoid being noticed or making a lot of noise. They want to enter quickly and find anything of value that is not too heavy to carry, and then leave with the stolen goods just as quickly as possible. Thieves are lazy, thoughtless, and often vicious. Most people pull their window handles down and then simply close their front door on leaving the house. Because they've never been burgled, they assume their house is locked and safe, but in many cases these precautions prove to be woefully inadequate. Only after a dreadful burglary like the one we're portraying here do people realise the true vulnerability of their property, with all their personal items and family possessions at the mercy of thieves. With just a modest outlay, you can protect your house much more effectively and really guard against this kind of nasty, opportunistic burglary. So let's go back and see how this householder could have better protected their home from this dreadful burglary. You can challenge thieves at every vulnerable point of entry, starting right at the front door. A doorbell device like this can connect seamlessly to a mobile phone, so you can monitor who is calling at your front door and interact with them even when not at home. A good quality trellis fence makes a back garden much more difficult to access. A lock on a gate like this should be much lower down and out of reach. Thieves often won't carry their own tools for forcing an entry, so a garden shed should always be securely locked. A wheelie bin should be well away from access to a property. A window catch should be firmly closed and locked. There are many other ways to protect a property, with alarm procedures and a massive array of locking systems available on the market. Get help from a specialist security company, or better still, contact the crime prevention officer at Richmond Metropolitan Police for a free advice service to householders in the area. An officer will then make a visit to assess the vulnerable aspects of your individual house and will make concrete recommendations of the best way to protect your property.
So if we can stop them actually getting into the garden at all, that's our best bet. Now, your weak point is the fence. This isn't ideal.
Okay. Right.
It's better than nothing, I will say.
Yeah.
Not as high as the gutter.
Not as high as the gutter, no. You're probably just a bit above the terrace.
So take advantage of this service and get some really expert advice, and help the police to beat the burglars and to make our Richmond community a much safer place to live.